welcome to Purl Perspectives. This is a bi-weekly show where three real-life friends get together to put a few stitches on our projects and shoot the shit.
Yep.
So let's get started. If that sounds like your vibe, grab yourself something to drink or something to do with your hands, and let's go. My name is Anahí.
I'm Carine. And I'm Allie.
And we are your three Purls. And today we are woefully unprepared and in a different location that we usually are because we are very hot. So we're here invading Allie's space because she has AC.
I won't say it's a different location. We've been here enough times that it's an alternate location.
Exactly.
That is true. We're in an alternate location.
Yes.
So I think without further ado, I'm going to scooty scoot.
Yeah.
And we can get started.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just go see if we can. We can see the chat. Hola, chat. Someone needs to be in charge, other than me, of keeping an eye on the chat because
I have it right here.
Carine's really good at doing that.
you're good at the chat.
Oh yeah,
right
she keeps it open and it's amazing.
Okay, fantabulous. Hello. Come on in.
Ooh, look at this mess.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon from Alexandra.
Virginia.
Hello,
Very
Virginia.
nice.
How's it going, my friend?
Oh my god, I really need to get my glasses checked. What is your screen name?
Welcome.
Is that
in.
Joyce? Say
Dr. Joyce.
Dr. Joyce, welcome Joyce!
Welcome, Joyce. We are having trouble seeing such a small font back there. I wonder if I can make this bigger.
Ooh, maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
Alexandra, Virginia, that's not in the DC metro area, is it?
The DC metro area? I'm not sure.
I don't actually
It might
know.
be. I don't know either.
Alexandria, Virginia.
Alexandria, got it.
Okay, there we go. Definitely good thing that you made the screen bigger.
Yeah.
Can you tell we're all in our late 30s? Early 40s?
Yes, it is, yes, Joyce. Well, welcome in,
Excellent.
Joyce.
Welcome.
Are you working on something? We are working on some knitting today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited. And hopefully you can't see up my skirt.
You got shorts on.
I mean, I do have shorts on, but it's, well, you know what? I don't really care that much.
Who is it on the YouTubes, on the interwebs that goes, get knitting, kitten?
Get knitting, kitten.
Is that Jessie May?
I don't know.
There's somebody on the interwebs that goes, get knitting, kitten, and I think about it at least 3 times a day.
That's too funny.
And whoever it is, please identify yourself to me so that I can bow down to you because that is the best earworm ever possible.
Good. Well, everybody get knitting, kittens.
Yeah.
So Joyce is working on the Prospect Tee.
Oh, I don't know that one.
By Tori Yu.
See, this is my one thing. I can't see the last word of the chat. Like, you know what I mean? Because the heart is in the... How do I get rid of the stupid heart?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want it.
I don't know either. Turn your phone.
Oh, maybe.
Sideways?
Will that work?
Yeah. Turn it and then click on the thing.
Mm.
There you go.
Yay!
By Tori Yu. There we go.
Oh,
I
Yay!
love it.
Technology.
Do you have your phone? Can you show me a picture?
Yes. It's inspired by Prospect Park in New York.
Ah!
Yeah, it's really cute.
That's cutie patootie.
Tori Knits NYC. I'm going to her Instagram.
Whoa, we're going to the Insta.
That's the Uptown. Oh, that's another one I want to make.
Party.
Oh my god, where is...
I'm kind of like feeling the summer knits incoming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all about tees right now.
Love
Oh, it's
that.
so beautiful.
wow.
Look at that. It's so cute with the ribbing detail.
Yeah.
It's Gorgina.
With the pearl bump detail
It's
in this
so
one.
cute.
It looks very classic.
Oh my god.
And I'm guessing the project pictures were taken at Prospect Park.
Most likely.
Most likely.
I mean, it would be very fitting.
Tori is based out of NYC. Honestly, folks, and don't worry, when I do the show notes later this week, I will include the links to Tori's Ravelry and Instagram down below. But if you have not already decided to follow Tori Yu, please do. Their designs are fantastic.
I'm learning about them now.
They have some great stuff out there for people to make. They're just so pretty.
So pretty. Guys, you will not believe.
You did it!
Me, the person who never finishes anything.
You did it!
Finished something.
I've got a finished object. Da, 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 da. Look at that!
It's as long as the couch.
It's as long as we are. This is the... I didn't cut the...
That's fine. Who cares?
This is the Mini Moon by...
Veera Valimaki.
Veera Valimaki. And it is my first official Intarsia, like all Intarsia project.
That's really
Yay! I'm really excited. I think it turned out quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cozy. Mm-hmm. It's nice and cutie. Like, look at this.
Oh, that's going to be so great in the fall.
I'm really excited to wear this guy.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be so ready for Star Wars Day. No.
Honestly, it is kind of giving Star Wars.
It's giving me Star Wars.
Oh my god, you should duplicate stitch over to make it look like the Death Star.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
That's an excellent
idea. Just one, not all of them.
Yes.
Just one.
Yeah. I don't know. I might do it. I also kind of like it as it is too because
that's great.
I'm like really into these like tiny moons. Like look at that, the big moon in the middle, and then some tiniers on the shine.
So for reference, for those who don't know, this is a pattern you can only get if you've taken the Intarsia workshop with Veera. She does not have it for sale on her website or on any of her platforms. You have to take the class to get the pattern.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to take the class to get the pattern.
Vogue,
but the class... Vogue. Yeah, I'm voguing. Thank you for noticing. But I am really, really glad that we took the class. Yeah. I've historically been really intimidated by Intarsia, and even though I've done it before, like I've made a little jumper that had a bit of an Intarsia flower on the corners of the shoulders, and it was fine, but it was extremely confusing, and my yarn got all tangled up, and there were holes everywhere, and I couldn't get my tension right. And so it's because I was attempting to do it because I understood what it was supposed to look like, but I didn't have any of the tips, the tricks, and techniques that Veera taught during her class. We took the class in Toronto when she was here for Knit City, and it was fantastic. So I highly recommend if you have she kind of tours around giving workshops, right? So if you have a chance to take a workshop with Veera Valimaki, you took
Valimaki.
Valimaki. It's highly recommended.
Yeah.
I think she's a fantastic instructor.
Mine was about pattern design.
Yeah, pattern design and modification, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm really proud of myself for having finished something.
I finished something too this week.
Did you really? Do you have it?
I do.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I haven't blocked it yet, so it will grow a little bit.
This is very like academia vibes.
It's beautiful.
It's so cute.
This is the Daft Days shawl by Rebecca Clow.
It is so good.
And I knit it using the 2023
Daft
yarn countdown. It wasn't an advent. The dyer, oh my god, Stella Fiber Co.
Can I try it on?
Yes, absolutely. Lindsay was very, very adamant that it was not a countdown, that it was not an advent, that you could open the yarn, the mini skeins, and whatever order you wanted, however you wanted. But it was Pride and Prejudice themed, like it was based on a 2005 movie, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So of course, when Lindsay from Hello Stella Fiber Co. There you go. That's Stella. When she released it in 2023, I was like, I have to have it.
I got it.
And so I waited. I was like, I need to find the right pattern, and I waited and I waited and I waited.
This is quite likely your favorite movie.
This is It's like in the top 3, easily in the top 3 of my favorite movies.
I actually watched it yesterday.
Did you? It's so good.
It's so good.
It's like one of my I don't know what to put on. Oh look, Pride and Prejudice.
You cannot go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
And then when Rebecca Clow came out with this pattern, I was like, I need to make this pattern with this mini set. And then it took me a while to get started with it, but I started it in December, and I'm so glad I did it. And I still have quite a lot of yarn left over, so I might make another small shawlette with the leftovers. That's actually really cute.
Babushka time.
Yeah.
Adorable.
No, I really like it. I think you did a great job, buddy.
It's gonna grow a bit when I block it, but
is this brioche? No, it's
no, it's
broken rib.
It's like a slip stitch.
Oh, it's a slip stitch, not even broken rib. This is a really interesting texture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hold it
I
closer
love it.
because the texture is quite striking. It doesn't look the same front and back.
No.
But it is very intricate, although it looks simple. I like it.
It's a 4-row repeat.
Okay.
And that's it. It's a 4-row repeat.
And a ribbed edging.
I like those.
And then I finished it off with an I-cord because
Nice.
I like an I-cord edge.
You do.
Eventually, you just remember what the pattern is. You don't even have to look at.
And
If it's only 4
honestly,
rows, yeah.
the even numbered rows are just purling.
So well, there you
not
go.
even
It's
like-
actually just 2.
Yeah, there we go.
But it is essentially a broken rib.
Beautiful.
A slip stitch rib. I'm
We're getting
obsessed
some
with it.
applause in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Applause.
Thank you, Joyce. I have so many
So
ideas
cute.
about like making more of these, but with like leftover bits and bobs of yarn.
Right.
And just instead of doing it striped, just do it like a fade.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be really fun. I think
That
with
would
like
be
a
nice.
faded advent or like just like a couple of skeins of yarn that like fade from one into the other. I don't know.
I'm
Anyway.
definitely more of a chaos goblin, so I like the randomness of the stripes.
So I love it. I repeated it.
It's
It was
so
a 12.
cute. It's a very nice size too. Like it's not a humongous shawl.
Yeah, it's
And
very
I don't
nice.
think it's gonna grow too much when I'm done.
Probably not.
Well, you do knit
So-
quite tightly, so
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
I
if
don't think
did.
it. So I have a feeling it'll be a really nice like under scarf or undercoat like fall shawl.
Right.
Like I have bigger and squishier ones for the winter that really kind of like stack up your neck.
Yeah.
So I think this will be good in the fall and in the spring where I don't need quite as much warmth, but I still want something around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like decorative, you know.
Yeah.
Is it all wool?
Yes, it's all 100% Highland Merino.
Lovely.
No nylon, so just 100%.
What did I do with my drink?
It's over here.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Well, I also have a finished object. I
Do
just
you?
don't have it with me.
Tell us about it.
But I did finish the Doppio sweater.
Oh,
Finally.
you really?
Yeah,
You
I
just
blocked it.
You got
I
to
know.
post.
Well,
a
I
photo
did.
on the
I posted
gram.
a picture, but not me wearing it. It's just me. Like it's just a sweater on the
Photo shoot. Photo shoot.
Yeah, at some point.
Photo shoot.
At some point. I feel like the fall is the best time for the
Mhm.
because then you can wear your sweaters and not.
That
feel
would
like
give
you're
you enough
dying.
time to knit a doppio too. Just saying.
You want me to knit a doppio? So
I
we
can
can-
if
I
you
have
want
3
to.
Doppios.
It's a 6mm needle, right?
Yeah,
That's achievable for me.
it's
I
like
think
a six,
so.
Yeah,
I
six,
should-
five,
I'm trying
five
to
and a half or
remember.
6mm. Like,
I'm very glad I'm done with it.
For
Not
that.
because I didn't enjoy it, but because I was like, it's really thick and because it's all
hot.
alpaca, so it's really warm. And I was like, I need to move
Mhm.
on with my life so I can start using like
and I knit mine cropped, so you could totally do it cropped and then just like
yeah.
use bottoms.
100%.
Yeah.
I would need it cropped. I've made multiple sweaters, and I always gravitate back to the ones that I made cropped.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I think I just have a short torso.
Yeah.
That where I don't like wearing. I don't like how I feel when my sweaters fall below the hip line.
Mhm.
I like my sweaters before the hip line because I usually wear high-waisted pants and skirts.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
kind of
same.
looks good because it gives you that like definition of the
Yeah. There was something on the internet years ago, on like a fashion blog that I used to follow. God knows what it was, like I forget what it was called. But they called it the rule of thirds. You know how like in art there's like the rule of thirds applies to everything?
yeah.
Yeah, the foreground, the midground, the background.
Yeah, exactly. But in this case they were talking about dividing your entire body length in 3. And so to have the fabrics or the patterns of whatever you're wearing fall onto one of those 3 divisions, right?
Mhm.
So if you think about your high waist, that's where the first third of your body ends. Your knees is the second third of your body, and from the knees down is the third.
Okay.
So when I'm thinking about putting on like high-waisted pants and a sweater, I think about them needing to fall quite at the top of that first line. Am I thinking about this wrong? Is it
No, that makes
shoulders?
sense.
No,
is
that
it
makes
shoulders,
sense.
waist, and feet? Maybe
that makes sense.
I don't remember. It was like an equal division of your body proportions. But if you think about that, like where your waist falls in that middle section of your body, mine is a lot. Like it happens a lot sooner than some people that have a longer torso than I do. So for a lot of people, that division of the second third happens around like the belly button, and for me it happens kind of like below my hips where I'm the widest and juiciest. So I don't like it when the edge of my sweaters fall there, because it just looks like flat, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't look...
I get it.
Curvilineous.
Yeah.
Anyway, you get it.
Yeah, no, I get it, because I like to do the same thing. I like to wear cropped tops, because then what it does is it doesn't put that horizontal line at the widest part of my body.
Which is the exact middle of your body, right?
No, because again, same thing. I have a long torso, so the like midpoint of my body would be more toward my waist and not my hip.
Okay.
And so I rather have the hem of my shirt at my hip point.
Yeah.
Because to me, in my opinion, that is flattering, because it draws in to the hourglass shape.
Yeah, because then it's balanced, right? It's wide, narrow, wide.
Yeah, and so your
rather than wide, narrow.
And then your eye is drawn to the hemline at the narrowest point of the body. And so it just like, in my head, in my brain, that makes sense. Does that make sense to other people? I don't know. That's just how I like to wear my clothes. That is my own personal opinion and personal reflection on my own self-image.
How dare you have a personal opinion?
This is not advice on how other people should dress. This
is
how I choose to dress.
What works for
That's
exactly.
I like highlighting that hourglass shape.
There you go.
Is what I like doing.
I like to go for balance.
Yeah.
So like I was talking about this in therapy. Hi, Dr. Metcalf.
We stand.
But I was thank you so much. I was telling my doctor, like, because we were talking about how much effort it takes to decide to get out of bed, get dressed for the day, and do stuff. And on the days when I use my energy to put together an outfit, it is more likely that I'll actually touch grass. You know, like go outside, get a coffee, get some fresh air, do things that I need to do, put on my shoes, and you know, like I don't know if you're like me, but if you're neurodivergent and you don't have shoes on, nothing's getting done.
Outside the house, or just in general?
Like in general. Okay. Like if I don't know. It just happens.
Okay.
Sometimes instead of shoes, I just put on socks, and I'm like, okay, my feet are kind of ready to go. I don't understand why that happens. Well, I was talking to Dr. Metcalf, and she said, just get, can you simplify the way that you get dressed so that decision is not so taxing? It's not so, like, it doesn't take as much energy. And I was talking about how usually my go-to formula to get dressed is big top, little pants, or big pants, little top.
Nice.
And that is how I find balance. So if I have like wide leg jeans, I put on a crop tank top. And if I have an oversized sweater, I put on like little shorts.
Leggings
or something fitted, right? So big bottom, little top, big top, little bottom.
I can kind of relate to that. The difference is that I just make sure that I choose my outfit the day before. So I can't do it
See, Dr. Metcalf said this, and I hate that she's correct.
Because like the day of, it's like first of all, I want to go to work, or I don't want to, but I need to go to work. So I want to spend as much time as I can not having to decide on shit.
Yeah.
So I always have my clothes laid out
you
for the day.
You front load your decision the day before.
Like the day before, the night before, and then like, you know, I check the weather, all that shit.
I do the same. I like to pick my clothes out the night before, and that's just because I like to sleep as much as possible, and you know. But I found when I was in the like worst part of my burnout in 2023, I had the hardest time making decisions, even in like the evening before when it was part of my routine.
Correct.
And I had a friend recommend to me, she was like, well, why don't you, like on a day where you have like 10% more brain power, why don't you just put together like 10 outfits and then take photos of them?
Yeah.
And so then whenever you're just like, what the fuck
I
do
love
I wear?
That idea.
You just like, you go to your Rolodex of photos and you're just like, Are these clean? Yes, I'm wearing that.
Let's go.
And then if the first photo,
you could even put them together like in the same hanger. Or
exactly,
something.
exactly. She's like, just prepare a whole bunch of outfits in advance,
That's
either
genius.
as photographs or like have them all on the hanger together with clean underwear and socks. Like have it all ready to go.
Yeah.
She's like, when you're folding your laundry and putting it away, she's like, just prepare the outfits already. And I was like, Caitlin, why are you so freaking smart?
Caitlin, you are a genius, and I owe you my life.
So she told me to do that, and I listened to her, and honestly saved my bacon quite a bit when I was dealing with burnout. And at that point, it was literally just like yoga pants, t-shirt, yoga pants, t-shirt, yoga pants, t-shirt.
But you know which yoga pants and which t-shirt.
But they were together. They were together, and it made it easier for a long time.
If this all sounds too silly to you, I'm so happy that you don't
have to deal with that.
That you don't feel it. Man,
it's tough.
Some of us have it rough. Hello, All Music 1019.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are doing well.
Yeah.
We're doing really well.
What are you working on?
We've just finished talking about our finished objects. We're very proud of ourselves.
Yeah.
So, now that we've been yapping for quite a while, I would like to remind us all three that our structure for live streams is we like to do some roundup of how our weeks are going by doing what we call a dork. What we're drinking, what's our outfit, what we've read or are reading, and what we're knitting or making.
Yep.
And then after our dorks, we, if we have a discussion question or something that's, like been noodling in the brain, we bring it forward and discuss. And we'd like to end our live streams with Knitspiration, where we shout out makers or patterns or media that we have been loving and how that's inspiring our own practice. So, should we do some doors?
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
Why don't you go first?
Sure, I'll go
because
first.
you're on the left.
On the left.
Is it the left on the screen? No.
No, it would
on
be
the
the
screen,
right.
It would be your right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's all good. Either way.
Something like that.
I shall start. Just FYI, if you see me fidget a lot today, it's normal. It's just because I hurt my back pretty badly
What did you do?
I'm old. That's
that'll do it.
So essentially, I biked on a semi-flat tire without realizing it.
Ooh,
oh, girl!
Yeah.
So
And
you
then,
were like your sciatica must be.
So essentially, I'm my back,
dead.
but you don't realize it at the time. You're just like, why is it so hard to pedal? And then I got home and I was like, oh, slow leak. And then the same day, because of course it's me. Oh, I have to go to the garden. We have to de-weed. So went in the garden, went down, and then I have to bend over to get all the weeds out of the garden.
You made some bad decisions.
Yes, I did. Stand up. Everything's fine. I go back home. I sit down. I relax, and then I stand up. Because it's never at the moment of the activity.
No, it's
when
always
you're
when you
resting.
cool down.
Yeah.
And then your body's like, I'm sorry, what? No, you're going to sit your ass down for 2 weeks. So that's kind of what happened. So I've been on the mends for the past this week's been a little better.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, it's so if I'm fidgeting, it's just because standing still or sitting still too long or standing too long. I'm in that phase of I can walk, but after 30 minutes, my back's like, stop it.
What are you doing, girl?
And then I can sit, but after 30 minutes, my back's like, stop it. So I have to
get up.
Yeah,
well, no, it's fine. Right now I'm okay, but I might, if you see me fidget, this is why. Okay, it's not because it's also because I'm crazy.
For the record, my house is one of the ones where it's the kitchen is a walk-through.
Yes,
kitchen,
so it's literally a circle.
Yeah, so it's you can loop from the living room through the kitchen and back around to the other side of the living room.
So if you see me doing laps,
if Kevin disappears out of the frame and then comes around the other side of the frame, she's just looped the kitchen. That's all.
That's
with
so
my
funny.
with my broken body, just walking around.
Well, with the amount of cables everywhere, it might be easier to do that than try to walk behind the camera. So.
Yes. So what am I drinking? Well, you know me and my emotional support water bottle. I literally have a sticker that says emotional support water bottle. Please do not pet.
You are the most hydrated out of all
and
of
I love
us,
it.
And that's a
and
good thing.
I drink this 5 times a day.
Good for you.
She
truly, we aspire to that.
Is hydrated and moisturized.
Well, I don't know if I'm moisturized, but I'm definitely well, my feet are, because yesterday
Take a drink.
Yesterday I used the foot mask that I bought when we went to the little Korean Japanese snack place.
You bought a foot mask?
Oh my god,
Is it
so
the
luxurious.
Is it like the ones that's like a foot-shaped bag?
Yeah, it's a foot-shaped bag. You put your foot in it, you leave it. Well, you have to wash your feet first, obviously. Yeah. And then you put your foot in, you leave it for 10 to 20 minutes. I always forget. So 30 minutes later, I'm, and then you kind of like dig it in to make sure all the the moisturizer seeps in, and then you take out the bag, and then you keep rubbing your feet, and then your feet smell and feel amazing for like 2 days.
That's so fun.
I wanted to do the hands, but I cut myself pretty badly 2 days ago, so I'm just gonna wait till this healed before I do the hand one.
So let me get this straight. You hurt your back. You cut your finger.
Yeah. And it's a gnarly freaking although I have to admit it was really cute because Matt was like,
you don't need to give us details though, because
no, not that part. Like Matt has been like changing my bandages and taking care of me because he thinks I can't. Well, not that he thinks I can't do it. It's just like he's like, I think he loves doing
because
it.
You're
so
a
I'm like,
little princess.
yes. I am milking the shit out of it. I'm just like, and can you change the bandage?
She's a delicate princess.
It's just really cute. I was like, I can change a bandage. He's like, let me do it. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, no, I'm used to it. I feel spoiled now.
Ain't nothing wrong with
nothing wrong with being spoiled. Thank you.
So yeah, so I'm gonna do the hand one when I get a chance. But so far, and they're like $3.
Yeah, they're not bad.
They're not expensive at all.
If you've never been to a Korean beauty supply store, you gotta get there.
So like, if you're in the Ottawa region on Reader, there's this like Korean, Japanese snacks and cosmetics.
Yeah. Kind
of like mishmash thing. There's also silverware in the background.
Yeah.
Like in the back, like and
is it still called Axia Station or have they changed the name?
I think so.
I think it's Axia Station.
Yeah. And then there's also
they have toys.
Toys. They have like little what do you call those things?
The claw machines.
The claw machines. Like it's really cool.
Oh, they have stationery and it's all super adorable.
Yeah. And their snack section slaps so bad.
Yeah, it does.
Like they have Kit Kats from every flavor of Kit Kats you can get your hands on that doesn't exist here.
Right before Christmas, and I did the thing where because my mom and my sister and I, we love trading, like filling up each other's stockings at Christmas with like all sorts of fun, like face masks and hand lotions and stuff like that.
That's
and I
cute.
just went and I like opened the stockings and I was like, whoosh, whoosh, everything into the stocking from the Korean beauty shop, and it was so much fun. And so like on Christmas Eve, we're sitting there and like we have our Korean beauty face mask, and we're like, we don't know what any of the ingredients are, but they smell really good.
Nice.
I mean, look, once in a while, you know, I try to stay away from the mask just because my face is unfortunately
you have really sensitive
weird.
skin.
But my hands and feet don't give a shit. So like I will splurge on that shit any day.
That's great.
Splurge on yourself, buddies. You deserve it.
So yeah,
you know someone's making pizza from scratch. Hell yeah, you deserve that. Totally.
Do you have a pizza oven? Because if you do, where are you? I want to be there. No,
What's your address? We're coming over.
Because my cousin has a pizza oven, and that has changed how I see like homemade pizza. Because like when my partner and me went for the first time, and he's just so casually like, oh yeah, that's the pizza oven. I'm like, what? And it's like it's not small. It's pretty darn big because like he used to have a restaurant, so that makes sense. But it's not the same.
No,
as like an oven,
those
a regular
ovens
oven.
Are like
my cousin's partner has one as well. It's just like the
so
small wood burning one, but it's
they are absolutely.
You know, you could buy a tabletop one.
Yeah,
right?
that's what my cousin's partner has.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Like his is
big. They have to leave it at my aunt and
good.
uncle's house because they can't have it in their apartment because they live in like a historic building.
They can't have open flames.
Yeah, they live in like one of those converted historic buildings down in the glebe, so like they cannot have a wood burning tabletop pizza oven in their apartment. So it stays at my aunt and uncle's, and it gets put out in the like backyard, and we have like pizza parties there, which is great.
Wait, why can't you have an oven in the heritage building?
Well, it's like a wood burning, like there's a smokestack, like it's an open flame, and they have to put like logs inside it. Like it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's not a
It's an outdoor use only kind of thing.
Yeah. There's like just like a smoker. Honestly, smokers should also just be in the.
Yeah,
smokers should not be inside.
Anyway,
well, there we go. When we get our forever home, we might invest in one and have a full pizza
do it
from
do
scratch.
it.
Yeah, that sounds
Do
great.
it.
That if when we get a forever home, we're getting a smoker, 100%. Matt is like
Really?
gunning for a
Yeah.
smoker.
One of our neighbors has one, and every once in a while, I will walk home from work, and I'm like, is that big? Is that big?
Yes. So
that was what you're drinking.
What are you wearing?
Outfit. I'm wearing the Rocket Tee, which I've worn multiple times on this pod before.
The Rocket Tee by Tanis Lavallee is one of those cool girl items that you just gotta make.
And it's also because it's
made 2. I want to make more.
It's tensile, so it's like super light for this disgusting 40-minute walk that I have to do to get here.
So nice and fresh.
It's for those not living in the area of Ottawa right now, it is about 31 degrees
with like what 80% humidity or something?
With a lot of humidity. So I'm wearing my old lady really long
big
summer hat so
good.
that everything is covered because look at this. This bitch does not like I don't tan. I just burn like
like a shrimp
burn. So
like a shrimp on
this
the Barbie
on my head, and then I have an extra. Like I look like I'm like trying to evade police forces because I'm like literally with my sunglasses. I'm like fuck the sun because the sun is like me, so I don't like the sun.
You know what I saw yesterday on TikTok? Someone was like gardening with a humongous hat, and the rim of the hat had 2 fans, and the fans were solar powered.
Oh my god, that is so smart! I love it.
Yes, make the sun work for you.
Yes, amen.
That's
that's
so
so
yes,
good.
that's
your outfit.
That's my outfit. I have 2, and this is one of them.
I love it.
What am I knitting?
You kind of always make 2 of what you.
Yeah, I kind of. Well, when I really like something, I'm just like this, but in in another color.
If you like it and there's another color, just get it.
Yeah, that's a great way to be.
What I am knitting right now is right now it doesn't look like much.
I love that color.
Ooh, she's cutie.
So this is going to be.
Wait. Is this the hat tricot?
Yes.
That's the one.
This is champagne. This is champagne. So I can show you.
Is that the electric lemonade color?
Yes, it is.
I
Look
knew
at
it.
this texture.
I was like, I've seen this yarn before.
So there we go. I have the label here. So this is Electric Lemonade Champagne 2.0.
That's the base, Champagne 2.0.
And it's 70% silk,
It's
20%
a little bit
mohair, and 10% nylon.
The yarn itself is a little bit ramen noodles.
Yeah.
How are you finding knitting with it?
I don't mind it. The only thing is that because of the ramen noodle thing.
Oh, it's splitting?
Because there's also a if you can kind of see, there's also a thread of mohair in it. So sometimes they tend to be a little like.
So you just have to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah,
about the
splitty. So like I just have to be careful. But so far it's so good. And I really like how it looks.
What is this gonna be, bud?
So this is going to be
it looks to me like a tank top.
The Olympia vest.
Oh, by Claudia Quintanilla.
Yes.
This is so soft.
So
luscious.
I am just very. This is gonna be a work.
Are you rubbing that on your face?
What's happening right now?
It's really soft. Okay.
It's really nice.
You know me. I'm a soft bitch. I love soft.
I just love it.
Like I've established that for me, as much as color is important, it's all about how it feels on my skin.
This
so
is amazing.
I will always go for alpaca or silk.
The mixture is silk and mohair.
70% silk, 20% mohair, and 10% nylon.
Woo!
So the nylon and the mohair.
I'm very obsessed with this, and it, like even though it's ramen noodles, it actually,
but not really,
turns out pretty flat.
Much.
Well, because it's kind of like when you see the art yarn that is plied around a core.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of giving a light version of plied around the core.
Mm.
It looks to me like the mohair is ever so slightly shorter than the silk nylon mix. Yeah. So it is kind of coiling around really interestingly, but not so much that it makes like a big what is that called, ringlet?
Yeah, it's interesting too because like for being 70% silk and 10% nylon, or for being only 20% mohair, it looks like the mohair has the largest kind of fluffy volume because the mohair is going to be that
The mohair is almost like you can kind of see it.
No, this
you can kind of see it. There's a halo for sure.
This fluffy part, this is the mohair. That core in the middle, that's the silk.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been reading this all wrong then.
Yeah, because the fluffy this is mohair. This is mohair. That's silk. The silk spins up much finer.
Oh, you're correct.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
can I show the ball in closer?
Well, here I have.
I'm gonna
one
get up.
I have a full one here.
Oh, you have a full one. Okay.
Okay.
Just because I think it's a really interesting yarn texture that I don't see very often.
I think Bahatico's the only people I've ever seen like advertising it so well. So
is that in frame? I'm not really sure.
There's a
yes,
yes,
we're there.
Yeah, you're there.
Look at that.
That's
Isn't that
amazing.
an interesting texture?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. So this is from a company called Bahatico.
Yep.
Yes.
They are in
Montebello.
They're in Montebello, Quebec.
Well, I have it here. Where did I put it? I had it.
Southwestern Quebec.
Southwestern
It's
Quebec.
Bahatico, blah blah blah. Oh, they don't even say it.
They don't say.
Or are they in Gatineau?
No, they're not.
They're not in Gatineau.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's close to.
No, because then
Montebello.
Cactus Yarn would have it and they don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, okay. Maybe it is Montebello then. But either way,
yes,
Southern Quebec.
I'm very obsessed.
They're in southern Quebec and they have fantastic, interesting, luxurious looking yarns and some really beautiful
The colors.
sock kits as well.
I just love their colors because they have very vibrant, beautiful mix. I have another one of this, the same yarn, but I forgot the name, but the no, it's not pink. It's it's kind of like, it reminded me of like the ocean floor.
Yes. It's like that mermaidy
one. It's like mermaidy one. So it's like there's a bit of green, a bit of yellow,
I remember.
a bit of
blue. You bought the same color for your plumeria tank, but in a different base.
I think so.
You make the plumeria tank?
Yeah, she wears it all the time. It looks beautiful.
I might
it's like
thinking of a different
reef or something.
Yeah.
I know which one. Okay.
Yeah.
So So that's what I am knitting, and I skipped the reading, but
that's okay. That's all right.
So reading. I am currently reading. I just started book 3 of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh, you're going so fast.
I had put it on hold for like a few weeks.
How's our girl Princess Donut doing?
As diva as always.
Love it.
In the opening sequence, without giving too much away, she's essentially just like negotiating the price of something, and like just before she's like, I got this, and then she goes, because essentially she has a lot of charisma, right? So she's talking the shopkeep,
of course,
the shopkeep into like lowering the prices, and the whole intervention like so this is happening while Carl is doing something else, and Carl is like no talking to somebody else, and then he's just like periodically hearing what she's doing, and he's like, what? Because he hears her like talk the shopkeeper down for like stupid prices, and he's just like, how is she doing this? Like, it's pretty good.
And can you teach me?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm definitely still invested. I'm also reading, or just started reading, because I always go for 2 at the same time. The Hills, no, what is it called?
Are alive with the
Hills of Shadows.
Of
Anyway, I forgot what it is. The title. I can check it out. I'm very much in the middle, in the beginning, so I don't know.
What series is it?
It's not even. I don't know if it's a series. It's a standalone. I think it's a series, but I wouldn't know what the name is. Okay. I literally just picked it up and I was like, I don't know what this is.
You'll have to text it to me so I can put it in the show notes.
But I did just finish before I started Dungeon Crawler Crawl 3. So the reason I started this one is because I needed a break from romance and romantasy and all that stuff, because I just finished something that broke my heart. But I do encourage people to read it because it is so fucking good.
What is it?
So it's a duet called, so the first book is called Crown Me Dead. The second one is called Crown Me Yours.
Okay.
And they're very tiny. They're like 250 pages
That's
each.
my kind of book.
And it is, with the best way to describe it is, it's a dark fairy tale.
Oh.
So it's a quote unquote fairy. It has all of the fixings of a fairy tale. It has a king, it has a curse, it has a heroine who's like coming in and like trying to like, doesn't know what they're doing. but it is dark in the sense that like death is involved.
Yeah.
There's like it's a bit graphic in the sense that like illness is a thing, and you can kind of like know it's a thing and see it's a thing. It's not a typical dark romance because it's not really romance is kind of like there but not like it's like background noise. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a secondary.
It's there and it does play a major role eventually, but it's really not what is interesting about this book. What's interesting is the fairy tale aspect that the writing is magnificent.
Yeah.
Let me
check your.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I say her name correct. Crown Me Dead by Liv Zander. So essentially,
with an X.
yes. So I'm not gonna do it justice. I would just say, please, if you love the dark fairy tale vibe and you're okay with a little bit of like description of like disease or like, you know, like there's a plague going on and there's like, so like the essentially this I guess I can say because it's not really a spoiler. There is a curse on the kingdom,
on the whole land.
The land is rotting.
Ooh,
that includes the people.
Ooh,
so there is description of what a human looks like when they catch the rot, right? So not everyone is in there. Like you have to catch it, but like what happens? So if you're okay with this, it is a little like, but like if honestly, even if you're not really into that kind of stuff, I would just skip over that and just keep reading because it is
the
good.
Plot is good.
Yeah. The plot is plotting like nobody's business. It's so good. Like there's twists and turns, and you don't really know what's happening. The first book is really well done because by the end of the first book, I was like, wait, what? And then you read the second one, and then things slowly start to make sense. But like the first one was quite a bit of twists and turns. But again, the scenery, the writing is beautiful. And the heroine is a grave digger's daughter. So she is not shy when it comes to death. She has seen, touched dead bodies. She understands how to dispose of somebody with respect. So it's very... There's a lot of that. Essentially, she was chosen for her profession, like or
for her skill set.
For her skill set, right? So it is very good. I highly recommend it. I don't want to give too much away, other than it will change.
So what you're suggesting is people read the description, maybe check the trigger.
Yes, 100%. Like there's
and dive in if this sounds like your kind of thing.
If you're into, like I said, if you're into dark fairy tales, you are going to devour these two books.
Nice.
And then you will cry. And that's okay.
I don't want to cry.
it's here, yeah. And that's what I
love it. Yeah, you've been very active. That's good.
So now I need Princess Donut to help me, you know, like just move on.
Also, I have to say, Dungeon Crawler Carl is really difficult to say.
It is, but it is so. I'm so excited.
Carl.
I'm excited and yet scared for the adaptation because
there's an adaptation.
It's going to be Prime, I think.
Or live action
no,
or
it's not Prime. I think it's Peacock.
Peacock. Okay, yeah.
Animated or
no,
live action?
It's live action, which is why I'm scared. If it was,
well,
I'm gonna be honest.
No.
Listen. If you've read the books, you know how colorful the characters are. And I mean that wholeheartedly. The description of they're not villains, the dungeon bosses and the creatures are very vivid. Like in my head, they're very vivid. They're very, like, the descriptions are very... So I don't know how well AI, I'm assuming, or some kind of...
Whatever it is
that they're is gonna do well with this.
Oh, you mean CGI?
No, I mean, well, CGI, but like at this point it's AI.
Who knows?
Whatever it is, I don't know how well that's going to translate into live action.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I understand that not everybody wants a cartoon, but I do think that this, to me, sounds more, it would make more sense in a cartoon. There'd be more like artistic freedom to, you know, bring those characters to life. Because again, in the books, they're very... I don't know how that CGI is gonna you better have one hell of a budget for CGI if you're gonna do this, because otherwise it's going to be a disaster.
Well, maybe they'll do it as like a mix. right? Like,
I don't know.
have you seen the movie Ready Player One?
Yes.
Maybe they'll do it a mix where it's like
some of it is animated, some of it is not.
It's live action.
That's a good
No, I
idea.
haven't read the Dungeon Crawl.
Yeah,
I mean,
look,
Carl books
to be
yet, so I
fair,
don't
yeah,
know.
maybe, look, it is Seth MacFarlane, and I have a lot of faith in this man, so I do hope that, because I know if anybody can bring the humor and the sarcasm and the craziness from this, it's this guy, so I really hope that he does a good job.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, but also cautiously, I guess cautiously optimistic would be the
until like more details come out about like the production and how they're doing it and who's involved and etc.
I mean, to be fair, it's also like
speculation.
any adaptation that we're, like the fourth wing is coming out, and then there's I keep seeing like this one's getting an adaptation, this one, and I'm like, okay, and then for some, which is like, a contemporary book, that's fine, but when the second you go into like the fantasy science fiction or like, like out of the realm of what is normal, then there's always the fear that they're not going to adapt it the way.
Well, no adaptation is perfect because every single person who reads a book, regardless of the genre,
but some are better than others. So, some are made with more, I guess.
Well, it comes down to who has the creative control and how faithful of an adaptation is to the original content.
To be fair, in the recent years, I've found that whenever I see an adaptation, like a live adaptation of something, if the cast and the whoever's behind the project are in it for the project and not like, sure, you're in it for the money, let's be real, but you can tell that there's a passion for the project, it tends to be better received. And it's not perfect, but it does do better, in my opinion, than like those who are clearly just money grabs or just like whoever's doing it isn't really.
And this is why I'm so excited that it's Michael B. Jordan who is behind the Fourth Wing.
Yes, because he's very involved.
Because he has a proven track record of like wanting something to be done, not necessarily the right way, but in a way that is as true as possible to the source material.
Listen, take your time. That's all I gotta say. Like, I don't care if it takes 10 years, maybe not, but like, just take your time. Don't rush things. Find the right people. Because that is also a problem I find with adaptations is people they try to just rush.
What I think also too, I'm excited about with that adaptation is that Rebecca Yarros, like as the author, seems like the kind of person who would be willing to sit down with the showrunners and say, yes, the 4th and 5th books haven't come out yet, but these are the plot points in books 1, 2, and 3 that cannot be removed.
Kind of like what Martin did, J.R.R. Martin.
Yes, but then the showrunners were like, you know what, fuck it, we're going to take out whatever because we don't really care. Yeah. And Lady Stoneheart was omitted and all these other things, and it was just terrible. But,
I think we really missed out on Lady Stoneheart because she's one of the best parts of the series.
I think so too.
But they really did him a disservice with the last.
They did, which is
1-2
why
seasons.
I'm 0% surprised that he had a lot of harsh things to say about House of the Dragon and the Tales of Duncan Egg.
Did he really? I missed this drama.
Is it the same people that are? Oh my god!
It's not.
So he doesn't like the adaptations?
He's less and less happy with each successive one.
I thought he was executive producing.
He was happier with the Tales of Duncan Egg, which but he had more control over it.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I thought it was really cute. I thought it was really nice. I enjoyed it.
But anyway, it is almost 2:00 and we've only done one dork.
Oh shit! Okay, let's keep going.
So let's get off of Tangent Lane and let's get back onto Dork Highway.
How about
Thank you, Navigator. Allow me to dork you. I am currently drinking a homemade lemon shake-up. It's not a lemonade because I didn't make it like I usually would make lemonade, which has a lot more sugar. A shake-up instead is I cut up a lemon in quarters, put a tablespoon of teaspoon of sugar in there and a bunch of ice and shook it vigorously to get the oils and the juice. And then I put a little bit of raspberry puree in there to make it pink.
Ooh, yummy.
And fill it up with more water and ice. And here's my shake-up. It is so good. I've been drinking these in this size almost every day because I feel like I am like shriveling down like a raisin. this summer.
Hydration is important.
So thirsty all the time. I down a whole glass of water before bed, and I'm still like waking up in the middle of the night parched.
Good to see you, Dr. Joyce. Bye.
Bye, Dr. Joyce. So that is what I'm drinking.
Yay, vitamin C.
Vitamin C and hydration. My outfit. I am not wearing something handmade, but I am,
you are wearing something handmade.
It is handmade, but I didn't make it. This is a little dress that my mom got me. It's from Oaxaca, Mexico. We're not from there, but I love embroidered.
It's beautiful.
Embroidered dresses and such. It's really nice. It has like a little this sleeve
the little friddle
situation. And I think ideally I'd be wearing it kind of off the shoulder, but it keeps popping up because my shoulders are round. So whatever.
It's
I'm
nice,
having
the
fun
square
with
neck.
it this way. What I'm reading, I am currently reading Rivers of London.
Yes.
It is a murder mystery. It's like a detective drama, but there's some fantastical stuff going on.
I'm so glad you're reading. Books. I'm so glad.
I'm quite excited. I'm only dipping my toes in it so far. I think I'm like 3 or 4 chapters in. It's gonna be a long one for me. And because I borrowed it from Libby from the library app, I don't know that I'm gonna finish it because I'm a slow reader. But anyway, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's quite comical. The only thing is I don't like the narrator. I'm listening to the audiobook, and then I'm sorry I'm about to say this, but the narrator makes a lot of wet sounds.
He does.
Oh,
he does. Yeah,
I see what you mean.
He does.
Oh God, that would drive me nuts.
And then he he doesn't. Whoever edited this didn't cut out his deep inhales. So every couple sentences he goes, and it's just driving me nuts. I'm so sorry. It's actually really good narration, but whoever edited it should have cut out and they didn't. And I'm sorry this is a disservice to the narrator himself.
But you're right though, because I've heard people where it sounds really.
It's so
and
wet.
The thing is, you're hearing it directly in your ear, so it's not the same as like face to face. You're going to hear it even more.
Now
it's
listen,
more pronounced.
I am not someone who's like. I'm not like disgusted or anything by it. It's just that the repetition and the interruption is jarring.
That's all you hear.
Exactly. So I'm getting over it, and it's gonna be fine. But I just like whoever edited that, we need to have a word, and it won't be a nice one. I've got my eye on you. Not the narrator. The narrator's doing a good job. The editor needs to be better. I also just finished reading Ali Hazelwood's new book.
Which one?
Bound.
Oh yeah,
you told me about this. Yeah.
That was good.
It was really cute.
It was cute.
I loved it. It was like
quick. Unbound, the sequel to that is coming out in a couple weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Same characters?
Other characters. But they're mentioned side characters in Bound.
I know exactly which ones I want them to be. I know exactly which one. If it's not Pierre and Samantha, I'm gonna riot. No, I really, really liked it. If like the premise is this is like an art PhD student, and she gets roped up in some illegal artwork or like compensation scheme, etc. And ends up getting in trouble by meeting the incorrect people. So it's really fun. I think the trope is. How would you describe that trope? Did you read it?
I did. I listened to it when it came out.
I'm
locked into Ali Hazelwood's releases.
Yeah.
As it released, and I had it listened to and like reviewed and listened to again within 48 hours.
It took me at least a week to finish it, but I don't know if I can like really pin the trope down.
It's 1000% he falls first. 1000% he falls first.
It is he fall first, but it's also a little bit like forced proximity.
Yes, absolutely.
Like they're like it's dangerous outside, so we should hunker in place.
I don't want to say like boss and employee, but like she
it's
does
a little bit of
like because she does like contract work for him.
Yeah,
but he's also a is it it's okay. It's probably spoilers to say that.
Yeah, don't say that because I haven't read it or heard it.
Yeah.
It's audio. Well,
I
when
know
I
it's
listened
audio.
to it, it was audiobook only when I listened to it. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's only audio. Like I have it on my...
They usually get released as like print and ebook, but like at
time
later. No, these ones are they've been released as like audiobook first, like specialty because they're in deals with
I appreciate
Spotify
that.
or Amazon or Audible or whatever.
Right.
Like they're deals so that they are released specifically as audiobook first.
Right.
But
and I quite enjoy it because I am part of the audiobook society. It's not a real society, I made it up. But
I'd say it's a real society.
If you are also in the audiobook society, let me know.
I have it in my calendar. I think it's like July 23rd or something is when...
I'm pumped. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go.
July 14th is when the next...
like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, I think that's when Unbound comes out.
I'm really pleased with the book Bound. It was really cool. It was one of those like badass women of unconventional beauty kind of way, which I loved it. I love it. It was very easy to follow, and there's enough like background lore to keep me hooked and wanting more. So yeah, I would highly recommend Bound by Ali Hazelwood. And I am still about 3/4 of the way on Apprentice to the Villain. And I gotta be honest, it's getting a little tiresome.
That's okay.
I think it's because
it's the same kind of humor and everything.
No, it's not the humor. I'm quite enjoying the humor. I just feel like there is like the cycle of surprise conflict release is coming too often for my taste. Mm-hmm. I would like the conflict to last a little bit longer before there's another surprise that we focus on. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? It is meant to be chaotic and episodic, so mm-hmm. I'm kind of reading it a chapter at a time, kind of like I would watch a TV show, and that kind of works out well if I take it in that approach. But when I have sat down and read multiple chapters in a row, I'm like, again, it's up and down and up and down and up and down, and I'm getting tired. Okay. But that being said, they just kissed for the first time in 1 3/4 of a book. One whole book of pining and 3/4 of a book of like maybe getting a little bit like a pinky to pinky touch. And now they finally kissed, and I am so pumped. That's not spoilers, hopefully.
4th book comes out in September. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, like, honestly, what a great series. If you like that kind of humor, please get on board.
I would love to see it as, like, a slapstick comedy 30-minute, 20-minute TV. I think that would be...
What is a slapstick?
Like, think of, how would you even describe slapstick comedy? How would you even describe slapstick comedy? Like physical comedy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Like I feel like 20-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Like that kind of short episodic comedy TV series.
Yeah.
This would be great in that kind of medium.
Okay, yeah.
I would love to see that.
That would be super fun. There's a lot of like magical shenanigans and a lot of like...
Because like think of it as like The Office, but with magic.
That's exactly right. Yeah. That's exactly
and
correct.
With a little bit less cringe.
Yeah, it's not cringe. It's just like, kind of like a lot of badum-tus.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, this is by Nicole Maeher.
Nicole Maeher, that's right.
Yeah.
And when I'm knitting, I impulse casted on a new summer garment. This is a remake for me. I've already made one of these and gave it to a friend. It is the Racer bralette.
The Racerback Tee.
The Racerback Tee. No, Racerback Bra.
Racerback Bra.
By Jessie May Designs. And I am gonna make it extra long so that I can wear it as a tank top. instead of a bralette. I am quite excited. I'm using 100% cotton. This is Noble Cotton by Cascade in a color that I don't remember, but it's a quite nice tealy blue, like almost green blue. And I'm about at the end of the half twisted rib edge of the bottom. This is going to be constructed bottom up. So from now on, as soon as I finish the next round, we're going to be ready for smooth sailing stockinette in the round, which is my favorite.
Kiss, which I can't wait to get to.
The pattern is not stockinette. The pattern is like a 3x3 rib or something like that. You know how Jessie May loves her ribbing. But I've decided that I want it to be loosey and drapey because I'm working with cotton. I don't want to fit it to my body. So I'm going to do it stockinette in the round, and I'll see how it ends up. I think the proportions are still going to work out.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of boobage, so I don't expect to need to make any modification to the top cups and the straps, just because I'm not using rib. So it should be, like I said, smooth sailing from now on. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
That's my dork.
Yay!
That was quite concise.
Nice.
We only took one tangent. Go us. Alia.
Okay,
Dorcas.
so my dork. What am I drinking? I am drinking homemade brown sugar milk tea.
Ooh, what kind of tea?
Just brown. It's English breakfast. English breakfast, but I like to brew it with an obscene amount of brown sugar, and then I just let it cool down, sit in the fridge, and get all nice and sweet, and then mix it with a little bit of milk, and then boom, it's like boba, but without. Well, there's no boba in it, so it's like I went for boba, but I didn't actually get boba
free.
You didn't get the tapioca.
Yeah, there's no tapioca pearls in it, so it's not actually like traditional boba, but it's like
I see.
It's like the
The milk
knockoff
tea.
homemade. Yeah.
It's the milk tea version. Like,
Yeah, it's the milk. It's the liquid part of the boba
exactly.
experience, right?
I love that.
So, yeah, that's actually one thing I've never tried to make at home is tapioca pearls. I don't know if I have.
I know that you can get the package of tapioca pearls dry, and then you boil them, and you can make the syrup.
Just feels like a lot of work for only requiring a small amount of tapioca.
It does. If you're making like half a cup at a time, I don't think it's worth it.
So my outfit, I am currently wearing something I made myself.
Ooh la la!
This is I have it right here.
Ah, yes.
The Strata Top by Sew Liberated.
Cute.
This is I actually took a class at Fabrications, one of our local fabric and sewing supply stores.
Yes.
And I learned how to make this top, and it was really fun. And there was like 6 of us all doing it together. And I messed up a few times, and then I learned how to fix it, which was just as important as learning how to sew, learning how to fix your own mistakes. And I really enjoyed it. And I really should make another one because I love this a lot. And I have enough fabric in my closet to make more.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
So maybe I will.
I think you should.
Do it.
I actually booked myself a sewing weekend in a couple of weeks. I have a weekend where I have absolutely no plans. And so I just blocked it off in my calendar as like sewing retreat.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to set up my sewing machine in my dining room, and I'm going to spend a good chunk of the weekend just like finishing up sewing projects that are lingering.
You should
and
get
like,
yourself a pizza, get yourself a cake.
Yeah, maybe start something new if I finish something.
That's nice.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That would be fun indeed.
Yeah, so that's a feature. So maybe I'll make myself another Strata top if I finish the dress that has been lingering for like over 2 years.
That's a great idea.
That I probably doesn't even fit me anymore.
Yeah. I really want one of those.
We'll see. Well, I have the pattern, so you're welcome to trace the...
We're probably the same size,
We're
right?
probably the same size, yes. There you go. I did I lengthen it or did I shorten it?
You made some modifications and I don't remember what you mentioned.
I can't remember if I lengthened it or shortened it. But that's easy enough to check against the pattern pieces that I have.
Right.
And the instructions. So we'll see. What am I reading? So I just recently finished listening to Paladin's Strength by T. Kingfisher.
Oh, my partner's reading that one.
It's so good. So a few years ago, no, in January of last year, I listened to the first book in this series, Paladin's Grace.
Fantastic
which
book.
Was so good. And then I immediately put the request into the Ottawa Public Library to get the other books in the series into the library system. And then about 3 weeks ago, all of a sudden I get a notification that all of the 3 books that have been written, other books in the series, have all been purchased by the Ottawa Public Library and were available to take out.
Woo!
And I got really lucky, and I was the first person to take out book 2.
Oh,
so I was like,
so
fist
exciting.
pumping. I was like, hit borrow, download immediately, begin listening.
I loved Paladin's Grace because Stephen, the main character, is like your quintessential himbo.
Yeah.
It's just
but
like
he's not though.
Big boy, burly but softy on the inside.
But he's got like anxiety.
He's got anxiety and he's insecure. He always smells like cookies because his muscles are sore, so he puts a ginger salve on his
so he smells like ginger snaps
for his mousse glaze.
It's so cute.
So cute. I love it.
So the second one follows another one of the characters mentioned in the first book, Isfan. Mm-hmm. And it kind of follows the narrative that's originally set up in the first book. It follows that one as they try to uncover
like what happened, like the big mystery, right?
Yeah, there's like a big mystery that occurs in the first book, and in the second book they're trying to uncover the like where the mystery came from.
Right.
And
that's cool. I do want to know.
And you meet another character because the books, yes, they are like fantasy and there's world building, but there is of course like a love story that's occurring between the 2 main characters, which is kind of like
what we're here for. Let's be real.
They're cozy, but they're also really intriguing.
Yeah. And
so it's Clara and it's fun, and I have to say I am so like big brain proud of myself because I was like maybe 2 hours into the audiobook and like there's clues being dropped and I paused and I went, oh my god, is gonna happen?
And then it happened?
And then I was like, this is gonna happen, right? This is what's being set up. This is the big plot reveal that's coming. And then I sat back down and I pressed play and I kept knitting. And then like an hour later, I was right. I was right. I called it. And I literally, I shit you not, I think this was like last weekend. I paused the thing, I stood up, and I did a victory lap around my apartment. Right? Like,
all I can picture is
because
the meme. All I can picture is the meme from Brooklyn Nine-Nine where the fucking Captain Holt goes like, vindication!
Yeah, no, truly, I did a victory lap around my apartment because I figured out the plot twist that was coming about an hour before the audiobook told me that it was coming. Yeah. And I was like, she's still got it. She still got it. I still got it. I was very proud of myself. I would definitely recommend the series. It's so good. There are 4 books out currently. The author has said that she plans to write 7, I believe.
Yeah, because there's 7 brothers in the order.
Yeah.
It's giving Bridgerton. Every brother gets one.
So, very
brothers are saying like they're like 7 paladins in the order of this god.
The Saints of Steel.
The Saints of Steel.
Saints of Steel. So, very excited about that. The third book I'm on the wait list for. It is Galen and who is his love interest? The doctor, Dr. Piper.
Okay.
He was the doctor who we first meet in the first book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the third book is Male, which I'm excited for because I remember Dr. Piper from the first book and he was such an interesting character. And then you see Galen in the second book. Galen is a side character in the second book as well. And I had forgotten how funny of a character he is. So I'm very excited to see Galen and Piper in book 3.
That's
and
so
I can't remember who's
exciting. I love that we're getting some variety.
Yeah, and I can't remember who it is in book 4 because I haven't looked at it. But I have them all on hold and I'm very excited. But they're all apparently also on Spotify. So I could have listened to them before now. I just didn't. But I'll take them out of the library because I would rather do that. So
you're more of a paper gal, aren't you?
Yeah, I definitely prefer. But in this case, the library only has them on audio, so I'm happy to just wait for them to be on audio.
Yeah. Nice.
But as for what I'm currently reading, my book at home is the first Crescent City book, which is House of Earth and Blood? Crescent City 1.
Crescent City 1. I forgot.
I think it's House of Earth and Blood. It's Crescent City 1. I'm reading that one because I'm doing the big reread in preparation for ACOTAR 6, which is coming out this fall. I have not yet read the Crescent City books.
House of Earth and Blood.
Cool. I have not yet read the Crescent City books, so this is really exciting for me. This is my first time reading this one. I saw somebody online who recommended reading ACOTAR, ACOMAF, ACOWAR, then doing CC1, CC2, then jumping back and reading A Court of Frost and Starlight, A Court of Silver Flames, and then reading Crescent City 3.
Well, yeah, because Crescent City 3 is the...
You have to read Crescent City 3 after reading Silver Flames.
Yeah.
Because Crescent City 3 has the crossover.
Yeah.
And so you need to read Crescent City 3 before you read the ACOTAR 6 that's coming out in the fall. And so then the person that I saw online who recommended interspersing the books was like, do it this way so that you don't have that big gap of like plot and time between reading Silver Flames and Crescent City 3. Because then you're not losing context. And I was like, okay, that actually sounds pretty good because there is like the storylines in the ACOTAR books and the storylines in Crescent City, like the characters, the plot, the world are very different. So to go from the ACOTAR worlds over to Crescent City, it is, I found, I'm only like 120 pages in, is like a big jump.
It's a pretty big leap.
It's a big leap. So I'm glad that I read the first 3 ACOTAR books, and now I'm going to read Crescent City 1 and 2. And then I'll jump back into the ACOTAR world, and then I'll jump back to Crescent City 3, so that I can kind of like keep dipping my toes back and forth.
Does that put the events of the plot in chronological order?
For Silver Flames and Crescent City 3, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if you want to watch Star Wars and not lose track of the time plot, you want to start with episode 4, 5, 6, then go to Rogue One, then go to episode 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then you can get like the entire, like, this is who was evolving throughout the... Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like reading them in... It's almost like reading them in publication order, save like 1 or 2 books.
Okay.
I think Frost and Starlight might be the only one that's like technically not in publication order.
Because it's the Christmas special.
Because it's the Christmas special. But it's either way, I'm excited to be reading these. I have an unabashed love for romantasy. I have no problem saying that. I have an absolute feral love of epic fantasy. And just starting Crescent City 1, it is actually giving me more of an epic fantasy vibe than romantasy. Like, it is, obviously. It falls
very,
within that, but like, but Sarah J. Maas has said on multiple occasions, and I would 1000% stand behind her in this, is that she's writing fantasy where romance is like a subplot. And I firmly agree with that. Like, the world building she's putting in, the magic system she's creating.
Crescent City, I found Crescent City to be much more complex of a structure than ACOTAR.
Very excited to get to jump into this world. I'm very excited.
Anyway, I enjoyed it a lot.
Isn't there 16 books of Crescent City?
No, there's 3 so far.
Oh, Throne of Glass. I'm thinking of
Throne of Glass has 8. ACOTAR has 4.5 because Frost and Starlight is
a novella.
So 4.5, and then there's 3 Crescent City.
Okay.
And we still have absolutely no clue who the protagonist of the next book is.
She's released no details.
I love it, but I low-key love it because I'm sure whoever it is, some people will be happy, some people will be...
I don't think we're following a single point of view. I think it's a multi-point of view book.
Maybe?
I think that's what, based off of the interview she gave in the Call Her Daddy podcast, Call Her Daddy podcast, the way she described her writing journey for these books and like what took her by surprise, I think this is a multi-point of view book.
Okay. I'm still excited to know like who is what and where and how, because like there's been so much speculation, which I have to admit, like, some people are
look,
really good speculators.
Just like the Swifties, the SJ Maas fans, like they
Massiverse, the Massiverse
fans terrify me, but in the best way. Like I don't think I have ever loved anything with the ferocity that these fans love this world. and I look to them
Yeah.
to get my information.
Like, it's very, like, the passion is...
I'm following their lead.
I appreciate the passion. I just, sometimes I'm like, okay.
Intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, yes. But also, just, I feel like sometimes I don't want to say, it's not criticism, but, like, sometimes the criticism is
sometimes
very,
people go too far, but that's the case in
they
any
just
fandom.
go,
Oh,
but yeah,
like
exactly.
people start criticizing the media instead of, like...
Well, there's that, but then also, like, I don't know, like, we're not getting into this, but essentially,
Anyway.
and to be fair, it's in every fandom I've ever seen in my life has that, where you'll have the core of the people who are still respectful and can still love something undeniably, and then you'll have, like, a very small minority who are incredibly disrespectful in their way of handling that love, right?
I'm so happy that I don't get exposed to that for some reason. Maybe I'm just like curating my
That's
my
probably
media
the thing.
consumption.
If you're not engaging with a bunch of
I'm not
specific
that's
content
the thing.
online,
Exactly.
then you're
So
talking yourself
I'm
in the
very well
algorithm.
shielded from the haters, which I love.
I've kind of like made sure that I
But-
didn't get to see that on my feed
Nice.
anymore.
To carry on my dork,
Yeah.
in addition to reading Crescent City 1 at home, I am reading Thursday Murder Club, the first book, the Thursday Murder Club, as my transit reading by Richard Osman.
It's so good.
It's so
such a good story.
I love it.
it.
I really enjoyed the movie that was made, the Netflix
Yeah.
movie with Helen Mirren and
I want more.
everybody who was in it. Everybody who was in it. It was a fantastic cast. It was a very incredibly well done movie. So the library hold finally came in much later than I had hoped, but that's fine. I'm enjoying reading it. I didn't realize that it was going to be like part epistolary, part novel. So I'm excited about that.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's very, very good. And then, what was I going to say? There was something I was going to mention, and I'm fully blanking on it. No, it's gone.
Well, it'll come back when it comes back.
So, what are you knitting?
There was a book-related thing I was going to say. It'll come back eventually. What I am knitting, I have finally pulled out of mini hibernation.
Ah.
So, if you have watched our Project Purl's videos, you have seen this slightly recently. Now that I have finished my Daft Days shawl, I have picked another one of my 12 cast-on challenge projects to have as one of my focal projects, and that's this one. This is what I'm calling my Tencel Tolsta.
The TTT.
This is going to be a beach cover-up dress type thing.
So cute.
Oh, I love that color.
So this is...
He's literally wearing the same color.
No, I know, but like...
Do you think I like green?
No, just a little bit.
And burgundy?
And burgundy?
It's such a good combination.
Love that mix.
Well, you gave me the cake, so...
No, I know. I know!
So this, I'm using the Tolsta Tee by Rebecca Clow as like the base pattern to kind of create the initial structure of the top.
Uh-huh.
But instead of doing any kind of like shaping in the body and then creating hemline, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to like do essentially increases and then just kind of create like a circle-esque kind of skirt that just keeps growing outward and just keep knitting until I run out of yarn.
Fair.
Because what I have is something that Carine gifted me very kindly, and it is a cake of Tencel yarn.
Woo!
And it is like, I think it's like 2,000 yards or something like that. It's humongous. So I'm just going to go till I run out. And my hope is that I have something that is like tunic length, if not longer, ideally longer, hopefully maybe dress length.
Yeah.
Like maybe like approaching knee length would be ideal. And I would love to have this as like a cover up that I can wear over my swimsuit so that like my cousin or my aunt and uncle have a pool. And I love heading over there in the summer, and then just my cousin and I, we go for a dip, and then we just hang out on the patio all afternoon. And I'd love to be able to just chuck this on over my swimsuit, right?
That would be nice.
So then I don't have to like bring a whole bunch of clothes to change in and out of. I can just like chuck this on over top, and then like that's all I have to wear, right? Or like if I'm going to the beach, like we live really close to the Ottawa River, and so walking down to the beach is really not that far. So being able to just toss this on, walk down to the beach, that would be great. Or if I go on vacation, Or honestly, if it's just a hot day, wearing
I was gonna say
shorts, like that would be great.
So nice and fresh.
I hope so. So I'm kind of freewheeling it a little bit with this pattern, but I'm hoping that it'll be something really versatile. And now that it's going to be one of my like focal patterns, I'm hoping that I can get a lot of progress done on it over the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
The way I have realized, so kind of, okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about my making right now. I have, I think at last count, something like 17 whips.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work for my brain.
Yeah.
I cannot
You can't hold that many.
I cannot hold that many things. That I can't juggle 17 balls. No. What I can juggle is 3 or 4 at a time. So what I do is I pick 3 or 4 projects and then they go in rotation. So I'll have one thing that lives in my backpack and that becomes my travel project. So that comes with me to work. That comes with me if I'm heading out to like dinner or to visit family or whatever. That's usually a small project like a sock, or currently I'm knitting a pair of like baby pants as a gift for a baby shower that I'm going to for a coworker. Yeah. So small project, travel project.
Yeah.
Then I'll have a larger, more complicated project that I like to have at home that lives on the couch that I can do when I'm sitting, watching TV, reading, whatever, that I don't need to be worried about pausing the TV or the book to sit down and like really dig in.
So something more like intuitive or mindless,
Something intuitive. No, not intuitive or mindless. Something that takes thinking and that I can really put my teeth into because I'm not socializing.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
But then I'll have another, maybe a bigger project, maybe another medium-sized project that is a little bit more on the mindless side. So it could be like a sweater where I've done all of the yoke, but I'm just on the body or the sleeves. That becomes the slightly more mindless project that comes with me to knit night.
Okay.
So I may not be working on that one quite as frequently, but it is still in my main project rotation because that'll come with me to a knit night, or if I'm going to see a show, like if I'm going to the National Arts Center to see a show, and I know I'm going to be sitting for a couple of hours,
you can do that.
I can do it because it's just the stockinette body of the sweater.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Or like if I'm going over to a friend's house to watch a movie, and I know we're going to be gabbing and watching the movie, but I still want to be knitting, that's the kind of project I'm going to take. So I like to have that kind of diversity of projects. One complicated, one kind of mindless, and then one small transportable thing that are in my main focal rotation. And then I have a big blanket project that I keep, I'm not working on every day, but like I put a yarn into as like the leftovers from a project. So when I finish a project and I have something left over, I pull the blanket out, I add the yarn to it, and then I put it away.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So that I'm adding to the blanket with my leftover scrap, but it's not like always on the go. It's like I pick it up when I have something to add to it, but it's not always in rotation.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so that's how I like to do my making. And now that the Daft days is done, this was kind of the one that was like, okay, knit night, because it's a pretty intuitive pattern. Like, I can take this with me to knit night. I can take this with me to a friend's house to work on a movie. Now that one is done, this has become the next, like, intuitive, easy gab along.
Because it's round and round.
It's round and round. So you're probably going to see this one quite a bit here on the pod.
Love that. Over
the next few months, because it's not going to be quick for me to finish this one.
Well, no, you're working on teeny weeny yarn.
Yes. But it will, I'm hoping that in having it in my regular rotation, that I will actually be able to make quite a bit of progress on it.
That looks like a great strategy to me.
Yeah.
I like that you have a designated, like a physical location for what project you're going to work on. Yeah, I might want to try something like that because I also feel overwhelmed with the amount. No, I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel like I have too many languishing whips because I can't really remember what they are or what I was doing. And so a lot of them just end up kind of sprinkled around the house with no real like intention to pick them back up. And so if I were to assign a spot per project. For example, this one's for knit night, this one's for couch, this one's for commuting.
Yeah.
That would work well for me as well.
So one of the things that I like to do is off camera, you can't see it, but we can, is I have like a rolling bar cart from IKEA. There's no alcohol on it. It's just full of project bags. And the top level of the bar cart are all projects that are like
in the current rotation.
In the current rotation, where it's like, maybe I haven't worked on them in 6 months, but they're ones where I could pick them up and I could keep going on them pretty easily because it's the sleeve of a sweater, or it's the yoke of a sweater and I know where I am in the lace chart, or it's like I've just started the button band or whatever, something like that, where it's simple enough for me to find my place that I could insert it into the rotation without any kind of thought process required.
Mm-hmm.
The next level down is like ones where it's like, maybe I've decided what pattern it is, I just haven't started it yet. Or it's like the next step in the sweater where it's like, okay, I have to do the set in sleeve where I need to pick up the stitches. So there's like thinking required. Or, okay, well, I have the yarn, but I need to like figure out the size I'm going to make for the pattern before I cast on. So there is actually like thought required. And the bottom is all just yarn in bags with like general ideas and like, I don't actually know if I'm going to do this or not. But like I had a passing thought.
Yeah.
And so I wrote the thought down and I put it in a bag and maybe one day it'll become a thing, but right now it's not a thing. But it's there just in case I ever decide to act on the thing.
Yeah, okay.
So now,
so it's
whenever
like half-made decisions.
Half-made decisions. So now, depending on, like, if I ever get to a point where I finish a project and I'm like, okay, I have an empty slot in my roster, I'm ready to put something else in it, I can be like, how much brain power do I have? Or how much brain power is required for that slot in the roster?
Yeah.
And pick something accordingly.
According to brain availability.
Exactly. Or if, like,
that's
say,
a really
for
good way
example,
to categorize it.
If I'm
big
going,
brain, medium brain, no brain.
if I'm going on a holiday, like Christmas holidays, for example, if I'm going to go visit my sister and I'm going to be spending 8 days with the family, and you know it's the time of sloth in the in-betwixt between Christmas and New Year's.
My favorite time of year, by the way.
I know that I'm going to be spending 5 hours on a plane heading there, 5 hours on a plane coming back. Just going to be sitting around for a lot of it. I know that I have a lot of knitting time ahead of myself. I'm going to be reaching for the bottom shelf of my bar cart and I'm going to be grabbing a project that hasn't been started yet so that I can really, because I know I'm going to have the mental space to like dig in and start something and get a good chunk of the like complicated part done. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is so organized and I admire it.
It's the thing is, I have, and I know I've talked about this on the pod before, I have epilepsy. I struggle a lot when I don't have structure.
Okay.
I really, and that's a thing that can really spike my stress levels. And when you have epilepsy, when you have any kind of neurological disorder, stress is really, really bad. Stress is a thing you want to eliminate wherever possible. So for me, that kind of decision paralysis already, like, that's a stressor. I hate having decision paralysis. So by creating these kinds of organizational structures that like tickles a part of my brain that makes me happy and is like immediate stress remover. Yeah. So for me to just have this like little functional stacked system that, okay, maybe it took me 20 minutes to come up with one day when I had the energy, but now I can just like stick my arm in, grab a bag, pull it out, be like, I like what's in the bag. We're going to go with it. Or I don't like what's in the bag. Put the bag back, grab a different bag. Mm-hmm. Like from then on, I only have to function on vibes and not decisions.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's kind of like the clothes that we were talking about.
I was going to say, we've come all the way around.
Yeah, it's like full circle there.
Prep, like your coworker said, Caitlin, prep outfits, put them together, leave them there, and then you just grab one in the morning.
It's batch preparation.
What you're doing is prepping the prepping of future garments.
Yeah,
I love that.
And I don't know how it is with your brains, but as a person who does not necessarily have ADHD, I find when I have a moment where my brain is like, yeah, you have the spoons to do the thing, I'm not just going to do it once. I'm going to do it 10 times and like wring as much productivity out of my brain in that moment as possible. Which is why you'll always find me meal prepping in batches. Which is why when I'm cleaning, I'm going to clean both bathrooms in one go. Like,
damn.
You're going to find me doing things in multiples because I'm like, if I'm ready to do the thing once, I'm going to do as much of the thing as I can so that I can sit down for 10 days and not have to do it again.
See, I function almost the same way, but not for the fact that I want to sit down for 10 minutes or 10 days afterwards. Mostly just because I want to get it done so I can move on with my life and do other stuff. So, like, if I'm, we're moving the furniture in the apartment, and I live with my partner, but he sleeps in the morning. So, where I should be technically waiting for him to start moving stuff around. I'm like, I can do stuff. So whatever I can do by myself, I just do it when he's not there. And I will do everything, like, not just one thing. I'll do all of the things that I can. And then when he shows up, then it's like, okay, now we can keep going. But it's the same thing. It's like, I like to just get things done. But then it's not so much because I don't want to do anything afterwards. It's really just because I want to move on with my life and say it's done.
Yeah, I don't have that either of those. I can hold. Well, I don't know that it's healthy, but I hold on to a lot of open loops.
Yeah.
And then the way that I function is if there's a visual indicator that reminds me of an open loop, I'll close that loop. But
Can I make an assumption? And you are more than welcome to tell me to go fuck myself if you think that this is incorrect or inappropriate.
Tell me.
Carine and I have had long periods of being single in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Where we've had to be incredibly self-reliant.
Yeah.
And have not had another person to prompt us to do the follow-through.
Right.
On a lot of things. Whereas you have had that other person to help you.
It's true.
Finish all these things.
Well, it's I don't know about help. I think
but you've at least had an accountability buddy.
Is he an accountability buddy when it comes to that?
He's there though.
No, but
but being there and telling you to do things are two different things.
Okay, fair.
I think
I've never been in a relationship and I don't have ADHD, so my life experience is so.
Because
I am diametrically opposed to yours
partner
right
will
now.
remind me.
I could be going off in a completely different direction, and
well, here's what's
going
on with me, as opposed to, as the complete opposite of you. I am a serial monogamist, so I've never been single for more than a few weeks at a time, and I also have raging ADHD, and I've had it my entire life. What really, really works for me, and I understand now, like very recently I understand that, is the either the rubber ducky theory, which is I will learn something or figure things out better if I'm explaining them to someone or something, like a rubber ducky. And also body doubling is extremely helpful for me, and I didn't realize that is what was happening, but it is much easier for me to jump on board a task that someone else is already doing than it is for me to muster up enough executive function to start a task by myself. So today, for example, my partner has to do his laundry because he's out of laundry. Like, he's out of clothes. It is much easier for me to see him put his clothes in the dryer and be like, oh, the washer's open. I'm going to put my clothes in there.
Okay.
Got it.
Like, I don't do his laundry. He doesn't do my laundry, right? But the fact that he is doing a task makes it easy for me to
remind yourself I got to do the same task.
That's my visual reminder. Like, laundry is happening. I should probably do that. When it comes to like cleaning our house, I have a physical debilitating aversion to chores and cleaning. I don't understand it. Something to do with childhood trauma. We can talk about it some other time. Hi, Dr. Metcalf. So what happens in my case is when I've lived by myself, I usually just live in my own mess and filth because my ADHD makes it easy for me to ignore things that I are just like glance over. So I will wash things when I need to use them, which admittedly is quite annoying. But if I'm not good at like, oh, I'm gonna need this pan for this recipe that I'm gonna make 3 days from now, so I should probably put it in the dishwasher now. Like that doesn't work for me. It's just that's not how Brainy wants to go. So the benefit of having a partner is that he is not neurodivergent. So he will do what I've been calling lately the closing shift. So at night before we go to bed, he'll start picking up the kitchen, and that prompts me to, like, when he moves something, suddenly everything else that was on the coffee table becomes visible to me again. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting, yeah.
So, like, I can be sitting on the couch, like, doing my crochet, watching TV, unaware that there is things to do or chores to be done or things to be picked up. But as soon as Gerbil walks in and picks up, like, a plate of food to, like, put it in the dishwasher, suddenly I'm re-aware of the coffee table, and I'm like, oh my god, I meant to put that away. So I pick it up and I go put it away. But that wouldn't happen if I were living alone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not that he helps me, it's that he is independently doing things around the house. And the fact that he moves objects around, it creates a visual cue for me, which is super helpful.
Which is helpful. So he is helping you, just not, it's not, the intention is just doing his own thing.
I don't think he's thinking, I'm gonna go shake this cup around to see if she notices. Like, he's not patronizing me like that, you know? But the fact that there's another person moving around the house brings my attention back to what I otherwise would glance over.
I didn't know that was a thing, that like
the body doubling.
Well, no, that your brain just kind of blanketed over the stuff that hadn't moved.
So this is how I lose my stuff very often. So, for example, like if I put something down in a quote visible way, like the entryway of my house, and I walk away, in like 3 or 4 seconds, I'll forget.
Okay, wait.
Right? So then I walk back through it to go out of the house and back through it
to
into the house.
Treat.
Still don't see it. No idea. My eyes just glance right over it. This is how I end up losing my phone, forgetting that I had coffee and didn't drink my coffee. Like, I found socks in the mitten basket because I forgot that I had gotten home that day and I was gonna wear sandals instead of the shoes that I was wearing earlier. So I took my socks off at the entryway bench instead of in the room. So instead of them going in the laundry, they ended up in the mitten basket, and I didn't find them until like 8 months later.
You know what it is? It's almost like, and I say this because I do that too sometimes, it's almost like your brain goes on its own little logic journey of like, I'm going to put this here, but then you're not invited to that conversation.
Right.
Your brain does that by itself. And then you're just like, wait, what happened? And I do that too. I've noticed that maybe not to that extent, but I've noticed that if I don't if I'm not actively thinking about the thing that I'm putting away, if I'm not looking at it, if I'm not saying to myself in my head, I am putting it here, I will forget where it is.
I wonder, now that you were mentioning this, if this is one of the reasons why I've always been a serial monogamist.
That could be it.
I function better as a person when there's another person around me. If I'm by myself for extended periods of time, I just won't do the things, right? I won't get up. I won't eat. I won't cook. I won't clean. I won't wash my stuff. I will forget that I had an appointment and not go to the appointment, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if there's creatures around me that are moving and like bring in awareness to objects, then my brain wakes up.
Yeah. You need stimuli.
Maybe that's why I look for companionship so often, is because my brain likes it when there's other people.
You need the other people around you.
Exactly.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a social interaction. It's just like coexisting.
Yeah. Well, humans are by nature social creatures because we need each other in so many various ways.
Right.
This is just one more way that we need each other.
But what I mean is, like, my partner's really quiet and I'm really inattentive. So sometimes we spend 90% of the day together but not acknowledging each other. Just like, together but alone.
Just quietly.
Yeah,
together quietly.
So like it's not like we're having
doing parallel play.
Yeah, it's not like we're having a social interaction all day because we live together. We're just in the same space but independently existing. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
it's parallel
does.
play.
Yeah, it is.
And
I'm a toddler is what I'm saying.
But well, you say this, but actually that is usually a sign of a really good relationship.
Yeah.
To be able to do
codependence is horrible.
A good example is
in my opinion.
A good example is like Matt can be playing video games while I'm reading or doing a puzzle, or I can be doing lessons in the other room while like we can be in the same living room or at least the same apartment, and we'll be spending a lot of time doing an activity without talking to each other, and there's no need to. We acknowledge that we're in the same, there's no need to acknowledge I love you, like, you know what I mean, like, that is usually a sign of a good relationship, because it just means like you
can like relax.
You can relax next to each other. You can be you can do your activities. You can be yourself. You don't have to like pretend, or you don't have to, you know, like, I don't feel like I need to do stuff because he's there.
I imagine that coexistence might be annoying to someone who's hyper independent too.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I imagine that having other creatures moving around your space instead might take your attention away from what you want to do.
I think what it is it really just it really depends on what it is that's happening, right? Like, I fucking love parallel play. Yeah. Right? One of my favorite things to do is exist in a space with somebody who's doing their own shit. Right?
Not being bothered.
Not be like, because then it's like, if we want to chat, if we want to gap, great, we do it. But then I also know that if I like turn around and I go back to what I'm doing, that person is going to be capable of like leaving me alone for 3 hours to do what I'm doing. Right? Like, maybe what it is if I can exist in a space where I'm not expected to entertain the other person, great, cool. But if I'm existing in a space where the other person is expecting me to entertain them,
because that's decisions, right? And decisions are work.
It's the social aspect, the social.
Yeah, it's like the difference between hanging out and taking a babysitting.
Yes.
I don't want to babysit you.
Yeah.
I just want to exist while you also exist.
Exactly.
Like, I love my family so much. I have done just about anything for my family members.
I hear a caveat coming.
But the number of times where I'm with my family members and I'm like, I would love to just like sit here on this couch and read my book for 2 hours, and you're doing your thing and I'm just sitting here replenishing my cup, reading my book, and it's like, can you not see the book open in my lap?
Yeah, read the cues.
But that's like, it's like, please. I feel like
let me get 60 pages in before you talk to me.
I feel like this is why so many people have problems when it comes to like holidays or like big family gatherings.
I was about to bring that
up. It's literally like, I love you guys, but I also like so you have, because it's mixing a lot of different types of people together. Some who cannot shut up. I'm one of them. Some who, but also some who don't understand quiet time or like quiet reading time or quiet anything time.
It's funny too when you come from a family of people who like my sister and I are a lot alike in so many ways, but I would say she is an extrovert. But as I've gotten older, I realize that I'm definitely way more introverted than I am omniverted. Ambivert. Sorry, thank you.
Yeah.
Ambivert. Like,
I am an ambivert, like, for example.
Yeah, like as a teenager, as in my early 20s, I would have definitely said I was ambiverted. But now that I've gotten older, I would say I'm definitely more introverted. Like, I would come home from a family event, or I would come home from an extended like multi-day like friend out of town trip, and I'd be like, oh my god, my home, my bed, my silence. Yeah. Right? But so now I'm realizing that, like, yes, introverted, that's where I sit. But coming from a family of extroverted people,
that's taxing.
It's very tough to be like, hey, what I need is to spend time away from you. Yeah. And for them to not be like, lightly. Well, they're just like, why though? Why do you?
But here's the thing: how many of these people live with other people? That's my point. In your case, it's yes, you're correct that you probably, you know, are more on the introverted side, but it could also be very well because you are living by yourself. You've been living by yourself for so long that your sanctuary is your sanctuary. Which, like, if I'm thinking when I was single, that's exactly how I felt. I would get home and I'd be like, oh my god, I get to be in my own space. I'd like, even my cats could be annoying, right? But now that I'm with,
but like I work from the office 5 days a week. I'm surrounded by people all the time.
But it's not the same as living with them.
No, it's not the same as living with them, true. But I am surrounded by people all the time. And a lot of those people do fill my cup, right?
Yeah.
Like, I do feel energized from being around many of my friends. But I still am like, I don't want to spend all the time.
Right.
But that's the thing.
I want to be in silence.
The difference, I think, in cases like us, for example, is because we already live with someone, even if it's a quiet person, even if it's someone who is not always in our space or who is...
Yeah, your partner's pretty quiet too, right?
It's exactly. And it's still a presence in the house, regardless of whether or not that presence talks. So, like that, there's a bit of that, like, no matter how much Matt is silent, this is also his home. So he has a say in how things go. He has a say on how we're rearranging the furniture. He has a say in your case, this is yours. Yeah. No one else has a say in anything that happens in this house, right? But when you're with family, usually I'm assuming, especially specifically family, because you're not in your house, you're most likely, which means you're not in your own bed, you're not in your own stuff, and you're also with people who essentially are
taking strong opinions.
And taking a lot of like energy out of you, and you don't have your sanctuary to replenish it. If you were to see them for like a few hours and come back here and then replenish and then go back, it would be a little different. Yeah, it would be. If you are in a, like, let's say on vacation or whatever, and then you're spending like a few days with them without this sanctuary, it's a very different.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's
That's so interesting because I remember when I lived alone through university. And I hated being home alone because I didn't have enough stimulation, I think. I'm now reflecting back on it and be like, why was I so miserable when I was living by myself? And I think it's because I just didn't have enough willpower or executive function to entertain myself because all I could do was get home, plop down, and maybe play a video game, and that was it. So I was never truly happy when I was living by myself, but living with another person, that kind of like passively fills my cup to a point where I can entertain myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it kind of makes sense.
That's so interesting that we have such different, like, I don't know, I think drivers?
Honestly, having lived both the, the single lifestyle for a while, because I even, in my first relationship, I was with somebody for 4 years and I still had my own apartment for those 4 years.
Yeah.
I was never, clearly this was not going to work. But like, essentially it was like, I need my own space. So I get.
Some like long-term partners never live together and that's fine, right?
I think there are advantages and disadvantages, quote unquote. I don't want to say disadvantages because that's not the right word.
There's pros and cons.
Well, I don't know if I would call them cons, but essentially to living together, to living with someone, regardless of whether it's a roommate, a lover, or a family member, and living by yourself.
I hate the word lover.
Well, you know what I mean.
Like, gives me the ick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Partner. Either way, like, there's, I feel like they all have their own use, I guess. They all have their own, like, but I'm trying to find the cons, but like, in the sense that, like, I enjoyed every single one of those. Like, yes, sometimes, living by yourself means that you have to do all the chores by yourself, which is annoying, or it does mean that, like, if you're trying to move furniture, whatever, you need to ask for help from outside. Oh, sure. So but at the same time, when you're living with someone, you don't get to decide everything by yourself. You don't so there's like pros and cons to everything. Yeah. But it's very interesting to see.
So interesting.
I've
tell us
had so many roommates, and then I had the great grace of living by myself, and I definitely
never go back
living by myself.
I had a roommate for 5 months, and that was enough.
What does your brain like? You that are watching this video, do you enjoy your solo time more than cohabitation time? What does your brain like? Because our brains, all three prefer different approaches to living, like domestic life.
Yeah.
And I think that's first of all really interesting, and second quite beautiful.
Like one of my, I think I mentioned it before on the pod, but one of my favorite things to do when I come home from like a long, busy, very social week.
I know the answer.
Is
void time.
Exactly.
Which
I would not be able to do that.
Terrifies me. But I'm so happy you can do that.
I literally, I write down on this carpet in front of where we're sitting, and the pillows are actually in the guest room right now because I just got this brand new couch and I just had to rearrange everything. But I sit down and I have special pillows and I stare up at the ceiling and it's completely silent, and it can be 20 minutes, it can be 3 hours, and I just float.
That's so nice.
And I just float.
That sounds like hell to me.
I was gonna say it sounds
so good because I just find it so recentering.
Yeah,
I love it.
I suppose you could say it's a form of meditation.
Yeah,
but it's
I think
unguided meditation.
Because that's the thing. Meditation isn't anything. And meditation doesn't have to be guided. At the end of the day, what meditation is really just living in the moment.
Yeah.
Right. So you're appreciating the moment. You're letting your mind and your thoughts just flow the way that they are. Essentially, the best way to describe quote unquote meditation, because again, there's many ways. It's I don't know who said that, but I thought it was brilliant. It's you see a pasture full of horses. The horses are your thoughts, and all you're doing is watching them. You're not actively engaging. Yeah. You're just watching them run around and do their thing, and you're not trying to stop them. You're not trying to coax them towards you. You're just watching them exist.
They're like, oh look, a horse, and it's gone.
Exactly, and that's the idea of behind meditation is to be able to do that, which I'm still struggling very hard to do. But I'm like, here, horsey.
Because I thought for the longest time I thought mindfulness and meditation were try to keep your mind blank and not have any thoughts.
That's not it.
And I was like, good luck with that.
That's not it. Which is literally, by the way, it's pretty much impossible.
Steer them.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Or
let the horse be horse.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't let them guide you.
Yeah.
And don't try to guide them. Just let them exist in the same space as you without engaging.
That's beautiful. Do you also have mind horses? And do you let them pasture?
Do you pasture? Are they grass fed?
Let your horses be free. They like it.
Great conversation on mental health.
Gal pals, should we do a little inspiration round?
I got one.
You got one?
Sure.
I've got one. All right. Let's sprinkle a little inspiration to round out this episode.
If we have the same one, I'm going to be mad. But I don't think we will.
I saw you liked it on Instagram, so I think we might have the same one.
Oh my God.
Is it this one?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Cool. Allie, why don't you go first?
Okay, so my inspiration today is a new pattern that's just recently been released by Catherine Seeberger. This is a designer based in the United States. She just recently released something called the Eloise bandana. Ooh. And it is a really cute little colorwork bandana. And I'm about to show you a photo. And what's really cool about it is that she's designed it to have 35 different colorwork charts, so you can really kind of customize it.
Beautiful.
So, I don't know how well it'll... There we go. This is the bandana. And these are some...
A little bit further behind. Oh, perfect.
Those are some of the 35 different charts that she's included in the pattern.
So you can either do a bandana with all the same, or completely different
Every
charts.
Single one could be a different
Every
image.
single pixel or box.
So I really love the lobster. I don't know what it is about lobsters that I just love.
Oh my God.
Right? Look at that.
It's so funny.
I don't know why.
Is that a tomato?
And it's a cooked lobster too, because she's red.
In red. Yeah. So there's something about lobsters that I just love. I think they're so silly, and I love them so much. And so I'm even though I do not love knitting colorwork flat, I'm highly tempted to knit this bandana with the lobsters on it because I think it would be so whimsical and joyful.
Right.
So that's my inspiration is the Eloise bandana pattern by Catherine Seeberger.
I love it.
I'm trying to find mine, so keep going.
All right.
Okay. So my inspiration for today is the Miu Miu crochet bag. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find an actual listing for it. And this is very much like we have McDonald's at home situation. Because the Miu Miu crochet bag, can I find it?
It was so cool.
It is so cool, first of all. But it is literally a double crochet scrap bag with no shaping. Mm-hmm. So here's the picture.
And Miu Miu was asking 1,700 pounds.
1,700 sterling pounds.
British pounds. So that's like what? That's got to be like almost $3,000 Canadian.
But it is so cute, and I am actually quite inspired by this because, first of all, I love the fact that crochet is considered couture.
Yep.
Incredible. Keep on doing that.
Just pay your artisans accordingly, please.
1,700 pounds. Obviously this was made by hand and finished with like natural leather straps. Yeah. I would ask for more than $1,000 if somebody asked me to make an extra large crochet tote bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's like...
And what's inspiring me is the chaos. You know I'm a chaos goblin. Yes, I've said it before. I want random lengths of color all throughout this bag, and I want them to all come together in a tote bag.
It's very cohesive.
So what I am finding inspiring about this is the use of my scrap bag that has all the same, I have a lot of sock yarn scraps.
The same weight.
Right, of the same weight. So I'm looking to, I saw someone make a replica of this, like we have Miu Miu at home bag, and she marled two colors together and changed a color every other row or something like that, and it ended up looking quite similar. So I would like to try to make a cover for one of the like regular canvas totes that I have at home.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like sewing a lining out of new fabric for something like this when I already have tote bags that are kind of ugly, if we're being honest. And so this seems like two squares, like sewn together. You go, girl.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be buying Miu Miu because we have Miu Miu at home.
The video that you saw that I liked as well, she did make it box bottom. So she did, yeah. She did cut the crochet afterwards to make it box bottom.
And I didn't like that she did that because you can just like
crochet the shape
and then sew it together. You don't need to cut it. That's a waste of yarn and energy. But anyway,
still
Miu Miu is my inspiration today.
All right. Mine is my next sewing project, which is the palazzo pants from Sasha Starlight.
I want to make those so bad.
The ones that are like adjustable.
Yes, I want to make these so bad.
She made them in like so many fun prints.
There's pictures here of what they look like. I mean, my pattern.
They're so good.
So good.
I already have the
fabric.
It's certainly not.
What's your fabric? What color is your fabric?
Hard to explain. It's green, brown, foresty, mossy.
Oh, nice.
It's like there's a bit of yellow, I think, in there too. It's like a bit of a jungle-ish style. Because it was on sale, and it was more importantly, it was exactly the type of feel I wanted. Because again, I'm all about the feel. Yeah. So it's going to drape really well. But it's also my first time doing pants and my first time doing anything that looks like this. So I'm definitely going to be asking for help from my wonderful sewing friends and mother-in-law who's visiting me in 2 weeks. So I will definitely be like, hey, look, I made a thing. Help me fix it.
I made a thing that is bad.
Which she's already done for the skirt, so.
Yeah. I've really been thinking about palazzo pants, but because I have the what's the Helen's closet?
The Winslow culottes.
Oh, yeah.
So plants. But because I already have the pattern pieces cut, like out of paper, I'm thinking I want to make a shorts version so that it kind of looks like a mini skirt, but it's short.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Palazzo everything this summer.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing touching our thighs. Nothing's gonna be touching our thighs this summer. That's for sure.
Did you see Helen's Closet just released a new bathing suit?
I did, and it looks amazing. But I'm so scared of working with swimsuit fabric.
Yeah. I need to level up like 18 times.
I need to level up a lot before I make it. Or maybe if I make it, I will level up in making it. I don't know. Have you ever made a swimsuit? Is it easy? Is it hard? Let me know. There's a person on TikTok, Stormy, and she just like chaos sews swimsuits with like no pattern. She's like, you make like a triangle, and then you make like an hourglass, and then you put this shit here, and then you put a strip, and it's a bikini. And I'm like, wow, I don't have your confidence. But I love
Maybe
that.
that's what we all need, a little bit more of that.
Maybe we need the Lulu is what we need.
Oh, shit. All right.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. We have had a grand old time knitting and chatting and letting you know what we're up to and what's on our really strange, convoluted rear brains. Hope you enjoyed it as well, and hope we'll see you again on another live stream. Stay tuned because more Project Pearls are coming and some Slow TV is also coming. So, pew, 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 pew. Bye.
Bye.